What's up, everybody watching live on twitch.tv/the Trident Network. And also hello to all of our future listeners who might be listening to this in a podcast form. This is I Love Improv with Trent Dozier. I am the titular Trent Dozier. Happy to be here on another Wednesday. We've got another great guest lined up. I'm so excited that I get to do improv with this person, someone who I'm very close with. But before we get into all of that, first, of course, we are a part of the Trident Network, and we got to introduce not only the matriarch of the Trident Network, the leader, our number one. She is also the technical support for this very show. Everybody, if you're in the chat live, give some love to Val Agnew. What's up, Val?
Hey, Trent. How's it going?
Oh, another beautiful day here in Burbank, California for me.
Right
I know a couple people on this Zoom that I'm on currently who I would love to see in California someday, but maybe it's not for everybody. How about you? How's it going, Val?
Oh, just rainy and gray, and everyone has COVID. It's great here.
Chicago, Illinois. We love it. Well, as I mentioned, of course, we are a part of the Trident Network. The Trident Network, an offer of entertainment in a three-pronged fashion, if you will. We, of course, have podcasts, which this is. We, of course, have live shows, which this is. And we have pre-recorded content, which technically sometimes this does fall into that umbrella. So, as I've said many times before, at least in terms of the Trident Network, this is the perfect show.
It is.
If you would like to become a subscriber to the Trident Network's Twitch channel, which if you are joining us live, you are watching us on that right now, click on the subscribe button somewhere down here below me.
Yep.
Right there, Val. Does that look good?
Yeah, you're looking great.
Tap that and you can join. That way you get not only Twitch access to all of Trident's stuff. Of course, Trident streams shows on their Twitch channel Monday through Wednesday, but also you get exclusive access to the Trident Network's emotes, which is, of course, the Trident Network mascot, the Party Dolphin. Woo! Val, why don't you throw some Party Dolphins in the chat? Show the people what they're missing if they're not members. And if you are a subscriber to the Trident Network, why don't you yourself throw some Party Dolphins in there, huh?
Yeah.
Party Dolphins for everybody. Val, any other thoughts Trident Network-wise? Oh, actually, before you answer, I actually have one more thought Trident Network-wise. One of my favorite Trident Network podcasts, and one of my favorite podcasts, period, hosted by former guest of this show, Devin Henderson. Disney Adult is back for its fourth season. This season, they're doing Disney movies that are based off of Disney rides. So if you are a Disney adult, like I consider myself to be, I know Val's one as well. Disney Adult is a podcast I would recommend. It's back and it's better than ever. And you should check that out. Now, with that being said, Val, any other thoughts?
No, except I know you wanted to plug your show.
Yes, thank you very much. One other thing, Val, if you can throw that ticket link into the chat right now, that would be much appreciated. If you are listening to this a week later in podcast form, the ticket link will be in the show notes, so you can tap that if you're interested. If you are in the greater Los Angeles area on Wednesday, April 27th at 7 p.m. at the Yard Theater in Los Angeles, it's the return of another live show, Cam and Trent's Family Reunion. Of course, Trent being me and Cam being another former guest of this podcast, Cameron Hurt. It is a live comedy variety show where Cam and I will be doing some improv and some other stuff, and I'll talk more about that at the end of the show. But now I think it's time to get to this week's guest. What do you say, Val?
Let's do it.
Oh boy. Every week I'm excited to bring on my guest who you can't see right now, but he is literally practicing his his entrance for when he's revealed. Every week I'm excited to have my guests on because they are always someone who I am friends with or admire or both. And this is someone who I think, dare I say, falls into the both category. He's a great friend of mine who now lives in New York, but every day I try to see if he might want to move out to like, who knows? Maybe we'll get him here somewhere. He's a great stand-up, a great improviser, and he's only going to do one of the two today, right, John? We're only doing one of the two, and it's improv. Everybody in the chat, give a warm welcome to my friend and soon to be yours, Johnny Randy himself, John Randall. Wow.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Wow, thanks for being here, John. That was an impressive entrance.
Did you catch the spin?
I caught the spin.
The second time I did it on the practice was better, but
oh yeah. Well, if you're in the chat, maybe you can rate John's spin on a 1 to 10 scale, with 1 being good, 10 being bad, and maybe Val can read us the results of that in a little bit. John, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Hey, Trent, you just got really quiet for some reason. I wanted to just give you a heads up.
Okay. How about now?
Wait, keep talking.
How about now? Do I still sound okay?
Now you sound great. Now you sound great.
Okay. Don't know what that was, but Val, thank you. And everybody, this is why Val's here. This is why Val's here, to make sure the show happens. John, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, it's late here. It's like 5 a.m, essentially.
No, it's
pretty
not.
late. Yeah,
it's like 9:15. Calm down.
Okay, it's a little late, but I'm doing good. Just
okay. To be
improv.
To be fair, maybe John is an early to bed boy. Things change.
I'm not. But I just wanted to give you crap. Can we swear on this pod?
Yeah. Say whatever you want.
Shit. Good. Okay, that's probably all I'll do.
Crap and shit. John is a poop based swearer. All right. Well, I expect this one to be absolute nonsense, because John and I love to be a couple wild boys together. If you would like to give us a suggestion, and you are tuned in live right now, we would love that. We need a suggestion so we can do improv. However, before you give that suggestion, 2 things to note. First of which would be, here at I Love Improv with Trent Dozier, we love our suggestions to be thick and robust, hearty and meaty. We don't want a simple suggestion of just headphones. We want the suggestion of, John and Trent are both headphone salesmen, and they're rival headphone salesmen, and the end of the quarter's coming up, and they both need to meet their quota, and they're arguing about who got what sale, yada, 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 stuff like that. As Val was mentioning before, my example is always 2 salesmen versus each other, just different products. So feel free to do something different, and dare I say better than that suggestion. Now, also, I am about to tell John Randall what I love about him as not only an improviser, but maybe a person too. And perhaps me giving John improv compliments will inspire you, the viewer, the listener, to see what kind of scene you would like us to do. So if you want to hold back on your suggestions a little bit till I give you a little more info about John, maybe that'll help. If you're already locked and loaded, feel free to throw the suggestions in the chat. But for now, John, I'm going to tell you what I love about you as an improviser. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm very ready. I've been waiting a long time for this, actually. Let me get comfortable. Okay, I'm good.
Okay, first of all, obviously, I think I'm sure this is obviously bleeding through a little bit, and people listening and watching can maybe tell, but you and I are very good friends. And neither of us take anything seriously, and we love to mess around with each other, and we love to like poke the bear, so to speak. And I love that about you and how you are as a person, and I think that certainly carries into your improv. I think you and I improvise very similarly, which I think is why you and I get along so well, both on stage and off. You are someone who, and frequent listeners of the show will know that this is maybe my favorite thing in an improviser, but you are someone who plays mischievously, but you might be the most mischievous person of all time, always trying to put your partner into difficult situations, not in a bad way, obviously, because I love this and I think it's very fun, but just trying to trip up your partner. You are the type of improviser who, whether you're doing this consciously or subconsciously, I feel like you are playing to your scene partner. You are trying to make them laugh. You want, if you and me are doing a scene, which we're about to, you're going to try to make me laugh, and break more than you're going to try to make the audience laugh and break, which can, of course, lead to the audience laughing and breaking as well, and some fun and genuine stuff. But you love to have fun, and I love to have fun, and I think you just play with so much like heart and joy and happiness and mischievousness, and like just you just want to make sure that everybody, you're a silly goose, John Randall. And
Thank you.
I love it. You're one of my favorite people, let alone improvisers, but you know, you're great. How do you feel about all that? Do you think that was too generous to you?
Yeah, are you reading a script Nia wrote for you or something? No, I'm kidding. That was very thoughtful and nice, and I the mischievous is a great descriptor. I like that. I never thought of it that way, but I do like causing a little mayhem in the non-mayhem world.
Yes.
Fun.
Causing mayhem. That's another great way to describe your style of play. And maybe above all else, John Randall and I both have maybe the two thickest heads of hair in all of mankind. So that's another fun thing. Val, how are we looking suggestion wise?
We don't have a suggestion, but we're getting a lot of interesting information.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Winchos is saying, on the subject of giving feedback, my old improv teacher had us do a gauntlet. I was described as an oddball and unpredictable. Wasn't sure if it was a compliment. Smiley face. I think that is a compliment.
I do too, and I also, Winchos, if you're fine to share, I would love to know who the teacher was, especially if they were Chicago based.
But as far as a suggestion, we have not gotten one yet. So
okay,
give it another minute. You guys
vamp. Did anybody rate John Randall's spins or no?
No, I gave it a claps emoji, but that's pretty much it.
Thank you.
I give it 1 clap out of 10.
But while we're waiting, I will also come up with something just in case. Okay, I think we're back.
Are we back?
I think so.
Okay, everybody feeling good? If you're here live in the chat, say what's up again. And if you're listening to this on a podcast in the future, I'm very curious to see how I'm going to edit this.
Spin around.
Okay, well, apologies. We had some technical difficulties, but we are back.
Thank you, Val. Thank you for saving us.
Oh, anytime, guys. So I don't think we're gonna get a suggestion from the audience, and that's fine. But
or if we did, it was lost forever.
No, the chat didn't go away, just the stream. But I will give one of my own that is inspired by our experience just now.
Wow, great! Haven't had a Val suggestion in quite some time.
Exciting.
Okay, you two are IT guys working the overnight shift at a big company, so you are essentially alone at the office. It's just the two of you, and one of you, I won't say which one, just said something that really upset the other.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Val, and thanks everybody who's still with us. Let's do some improv.
All right, have fun.
A lot of porn on this one.
Yeah, I think honestly most of the computers we've logged onto, it's porn has been the problem. Yeah,
there's Pornhub, there's Porn X, there's Porn Shooter, Porn Lover.
Yeah. It's crazy because I feel like people are gonna think we know the names of these because we frequent them, but really it's just because we see them all the time when we're doing our job, so it's a little harder.
I've never watched porn before. I gotta be honest with you. Never seen it. I know what it is, but I never seen it.
What?
I mean, I've seen people have sex, but I've never seen it videotaped.
I'm sorry. Okay, now I'm just starting to. I'm kind of confused. First you tell me you've never eaten fast food of any variety in your entire life. Now you're telling me you've never watched porn in any variety.
I never have. It's not like a religious thing. I just never been into it, never got around to it. I can imagine the setup, the cinematography, but it's not something I get behind, you know?
Okay, so then if I could just follow up, I would like to know what the circumstances were of you seeing people have sex live.
Well, I did PA on a porn once, but I didn't ever watch the end of video of it.
Oh my God, what is PAing a porn like compared to like normal? I mean, I've never PA'd a set porn or otherwise, so I guess I don't really have a frame of reference, but
it's pretty similar. It's pretty similar. Craft services, you know, boom. I was holding the boom.
So you were getting in there,
getting the sound, yeah. And they said I can have a director's cut if I want. I was like, it's not my kind of tea. So
there's a director's cut of what was the name of the film?
Lost in My Pants.
Oh, yeah. Lost in My Pants. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna actually pull that up right now. Let me see if I can find it.
Make sure you delete that off the search history, though. They're gonna see that.
Well, if I do it on this laptop that we're already trying to fix, then I can just blend it into my report. Let's see. This looks like it's Craig Thompson's laptop. Honestly, I've seen porn on Craig's laptop before. So.
Oh, he's a dirty boy.
Okay, what'd you say? Lost in My
Pants.
Lost in My Pants. Okay, it looks like I have 3 options here. Do you know who the lead role was? The lead male?
Billy Monday.
Oh yeah. Okay, so Billy Monday is the lead in 2 of these Lost in My Pants titled films.
Did they film a second one? That's weird. They didn't ask me to come back for the second one.
Well, I'm actually, based on just what I'm reading here, I don't think they filmed the second one. I think there are 3 different pornographic feature films that are titled Lost in My Pants.
One's 47 minutes. That one I worked on was 47 minutes.
All 3 of them are 47 minutes. What was the name of the female? What was the name of the female lead?
Cynthia Close.
Cynthia Close. Are these their real names? Because they don't sound.
Yes. What do you think? I'm making up these names off the spot like some psycho?
Well, that's what. No. That's what I'm asking. Are you giving me their God-given names, or are you giving me their porn names? Because Billy Monday.
Do people have porn names?
Yeah, I mean, Billy Monday seems like it could go either way, but Cynthia Close, like I feel like like Jennifer Boobies.
Oh, I've worked with Jennifer Boobies. I know Jennifer Boobies.
Oh, I've never gone out of my way. Too big. Her boobies are too big.
The sound, I worked on a set once and with Boom in it. She's great to work with.
She's great. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, should we watch a little bit of this? Or?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to watch it, sure. I'm probably gonna look away because I don't want to break my streak.
Oh yeah, of course. You've never seen porn. Wow. So okay. So sorry, just to circle back. So you said it's similar to working on regular film or television sets as the PA. So have you done that also?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I worked on what was his name? What's that guy?
Yeah, talk it through. I'll help you get there.
Not James Edgar Hoover. What? James Earl? No.
James Earl Jones?
No. James Franco. James Franco. I worked on a little. Is that not a good person to bring up? I'm not too much into the talk of the town lately, but this was like 20 years ago too.
Oh, so you worked on a James Franco movie or TV show, or
I helped him film a selfie.
You helped him film a selfie?
Yeah.
So you were the PA on James Franco's selfie video?
Yeah. It was. I did sound and I held his phone.
Did you ever see him doing anything inappropriate?
No. And if that's part of his stuff now, I didn't know that then. It was, strictly biz, trying to pay the rent,
I think it was probably a little different back then because I believe that his crimes are that he talks to younger girls online or, stuff like that. So if you were working with him 20 years ago, he would have been at that age also. So so
he was texting a lot, but I don't know to whom.
Did you ever work with Dave Franco, his non-problematic brother?
He has a brother. I didn't know that. No, I would.
Yeah, they're related.
To work with him, huh?
Yeah, you would think they would either both be problematic or both not be problematic, but it's not true. One is and one isn't.
It's a 1 and 1,
Yeah, that's tough. Brothers can be like that sometimes.
Yeah, but it's generally the same work. If it's someone having sex or someone giving a monologue, I capture it.
Oh, so you've done. Wait, I'm okay. So what is the job of a PA? Because you've held the boom, you've held the camera in certain situations. I thought the PA was more of like general assistant to everybody, kind of, and
What do you
then
think
like
PA
you had
stands for?
personal assistant, I guess.
No, it's productive appliance.
Oh, you know what I think it is for real is production assistant. Oh, okay, that's what I think it. Okay.
It's just like a utility, in baseball, utility. Jose Offerman, he could play outfield, he could play infield.
Yeah, a great utility guy example, Jose Offerman, for all the baseball heads. So okay, so then it sounds like the sets that you're on, since you're the PA, but you're like also operating a camera and doing boom mic. It seems like either people aren't showing up to work or.
No, I mean, no. It's. I guess you could call it a production company. What I do, it's usually a one-man show. Sometimes I bring my cousin Richie. He's 17. He helps. He wants to get into the filmmaking business, not in the porn ones. He does not come over on the porn ones or the James Franco ones. Just the adult normal ones.
Okay, so what are some of the adult normal projects you've worked
on? Glass Water. Is it even real? That's a documentary.
Oh yeah, about glass and water.
Yeah, if it actually is real.
I actually found that one to be quite interesting.
You watched the trailer I sent you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I watch everything you send me. It's only now that I'm understanding that. Now I understand, since your nickname is Cheese Productions makes a lot more sense. I just was like, wow, that's a crazy coincidence that Cheese keeps sending me trailers for Cheese production stuff. But it makes a lot more sense now that we're here talking about it and I'm thinking about it. I should have put two and two together.
Yeah, I didn't want to, it's like I didn't want to steal the room by, talking about myself.
Cheese, man, if you've got a whole production company, I don't really understand why you're still, working here, doing this job at nights.
This pays the bills, At the production company, I had to take out a huge loan for my parents, and they're charging me interest. So I do the IT gig to, pay the rent.
To pay the rent. Wow.
Pay the actors to pay my life.
But if you worked with James Franco 20 years ago, you've been doing this for 20 years?
Yeah, about 22, 21, 22 years. Yeah.
Wow. So is the glass
check
and
out
water...
my IMDb.
Let's log on to the IMDb right now. You know what? This is crazy. Cheese, I'm just realizing I don't know what your real name is.
Really?
I've only ever called you Cheese.
Look at my name tag.
It says Cheese.
I forgot. I didn't actually put my real name. It's Chris. No last name.
No last. Oh my God. If I just type in Chris to IMDb, I'm going to get like 500 results before I even freaking get to you.
Yeah, people say you should have a last name. You should go by something, people remember you. And I don't agree with that. I think Chris is a pretty unique name.
It's not.
How many people do you know named Chris with no last name?
Well, I don't know anybody that doesn't have a last name except for like Rihanna or Cher or Bono or.
Okay, I don't think I'm Bono. Maybe the other two.
No, I mean nobody's Bono. She moves in mysterious ways.
That was good.
Thank you. I actually I used to be a Bono impersonator in Times Square, but.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was. You name a YouTube song and I'll know it.
Okay. How about Dr. Love?
Yeah, it's a great song. I know it.
Okay, you do know that one.
Yeah. That's
one of their
best.
Gary's Circus Funfair.
Gary's Circus Funfair, that's a trick question. That's a Bono solo project, not a U2 one. So nice try. I know my Bono history. But yeah, I used to do that in Times Square. And then unfortunately, I got into a physical altercation with a Johnny Depp impersonator because I thought it was Johnny Depp. And I got kicked out of Pirates of the Caribbean 2 when I went to see it in theaters, and I've held a grudge against him, Orlando Bloom, and Keira Knightley ever since. And I promised myself that if I ever saw any of the three of them, I would fight them on site. And I saw this Johnny Depp impersonator, and I got in a fight, and they revoked my Times Square license, so I can't.
So you can't do it? Can you do it in the Lower East Side, anywhere else?
I could do it anywhere else, but it's Times Square, baby. It's the Broadway of street performance. You
look like a weirdo doing it anywhere else.
Oh, I know. I thought about moving to LA and doing it on a Hollywood Boulevard, but it just doesn't have the same panache as doing it in Times Square.
Have you heard of TikTok?
Yes, I've heard of TikTok. We are two IT guys. I know everything technology, but I just like.
I hate TikTok because it kind of stealing my business, if you know what I mean. But
yeah,
it's a good way to get yourself out there if you want to, get to more people, more audiences.
I don't. To be frank, I don't want to do TikTok because, I just have all these little comments on it like. Your Bono impression's not that good, which is ridiculous because
stupid.
My hair's not stupid. My hair's very good, and so is my Bono impression.
So that could be a comment,
right? It could be. I mean, it wouldn't be because I have great hair, but so basically, I just like the feedback of a live audience more than doing it online. You know what I mean?
What about the company party coming up?
Oh my God, are you suggesting I do my Bono at the company party?
I mean, they're trying to find some entertainment for us. They were going to get a motivational speaker, but I think your Bono impression would be killer. Diane would love that.
I don't know. Diane and I are kind of seeing each other. So.
Oh my God, I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it. I was looking at her emails the other day.
Because it's your job. Because it's your job.
It's part of my job. I was making sure there's no viruses. Also, are we ever going to find this virus? Because I feel like it is a sneaky one. God,
that's what. Jeez Louise, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know. We're seeing each other now, so I don't want to.
I got that.
I don't want to do anything that would jeopardize that. And
do you
honestly,
love her?
Huh?
Do you love her?
To quote the main man himself, Diane moves in mysterious ways.
That is just.
So yeah, I think I do. I think I love her.
Well, man, I mean, either you're gonna be yourself or you're not yourself. I think this company probably doesn't know that part of you. Show that part of you, and people will come around. That's how I got the gig with James Franco. We were both. We were both up for coffee at the Starbucks, and we both reached for the same cup. My name's not James, but I thought he said Chris.
Oh, a common mistake.
Yes, similar syllables.
Yeah.
And we touched hands, and then I said, "Hey, here's my card." Little week later, I'm shooting a selfie for him. So
wow,
things can happen,
That's
it's Tinseltown for you.
Yeah, that's Tinseltown. Oh man. Okay, I guess you're right. Maybe I will try to do my Bono impersonation at the company picnic.
I think you should go for it. I think you really should go for it. When's your food gonna get here?
Oh, I don't know. It says 27 minutes. Still got 27 minutes. Oh man.
It's weird because fast food usually it's pretty quick, but I guess they gotta deliver it.
Yeah, and plus, like when they order, if like you're ordering from say McDonald's, which I did, if I was in the drive-through, boom, in and out. But if I'm ordering through Uber Eats, and then maybe the Uber Eats driver has more than one stop to make, plus they got to go to the McDonald's, then they got to come here. Plus now, they got to buzz. I got to buzz them up when
you're on the 18th
here.
floor and your elevator's broken. So you got to run down.
The elevator's broken?
Yes.
It was working when I got here this morning.
I was trying to fix the controls on it. And I remembered I'm not the maintenance guy. I'm the IT guy.
Yeah, we're IT guys.
So it is going to be down.
Jeez, you bastard.
Is that why they call it fast food? Because it's just fast. I thought the way you order it had to be fast, or they don't give it to you. No. Why are you looking at me like that?
because I don't mean offense to you, but that is stupid.
That's from a guy who's never had fast food.
I
didn't
just
think
don't understand how you've lived your life without ever having McDonald's or Burger King or
I don't know.
Wendy's or Carl's Jr. or Hardee's or In-N-Out or
I do have a good
Chick-fil-A.
a good pitch for Burger King if they want to use this.
Okay, let's hear it.
Ba 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 ba. It's Burger King. They could use that. I don't know. I thought of
That
one.
is the theme song for McDonald's.
Really? I thought I heard it, but
You did hear it.
It's a different key, I think. But
No, the only thing you changed is you say it's Burger King and the
wait,
McDonald's.
you're telling me that is ba 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 ba? It's McDonald's. That doesn't work.
No, it's not. McDonald's slogan is ba-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it.
Loving. Oh, that sounds so pretentious. They're just telling you they love it.
No, it's supposed to say that you, the consumer, is loving the McDonald's meal that you are consuming.
That's why I don't like fast food. That's why they try to tell the little man what they like. What if I'm not loving it? What if it's bop 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 bop? It's pretty good, but it's also cold because the Uber driver had to go 3 other places before bringing it here.
Yeah, but isn't that all corporations?
Not Cheesecake Factory. I go there every Friday. Okay, they're very on top of their thing.
Okay, that's the scene. Oh my God, the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh dear.
Oh, dude, you had me laughing immediately with your. I just like.
That blew by.
Oh my God, it did. How long do you think it was?
That felt like 6 minutes. I know it was longer, but if I had my body clock, I would say 7 minutes.
We were just shy of 18 minutes.
Wow. Yeah.
I know my internal clock
It's all off.
is so. I mean, we used to do improv so much, especially in Chicago. You could do a show like pretty much every night if you wanted to. And my internal clock used to be so good, and I could guess like how long our show was within minutes,
Yes.
And I just got to start doing it more. And like, I'm just so off.
It's rust.
What I think it is. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you time Cole Schlesinger decided to pull an internal clock light on himself? We were doing a set and he was like, I'll know when it's over. Like 4 minutes in, he was like, and that's the show.
Yeah.
It was the end of the show. And everyone was like, that's weird. Is something wrong? And I was like, Cole. He's like, that was like 15, 20 minutes. I was like, no, that was like an initiation and then a response and a swipe at it. And that's it.
It's so funny because I feel like normally when you hear about internal clocks going awry, it's like what we're talking about, where we're like, that was 18 minutes. Wow, I thought it was like 5.
Yeah.
So rarely do you hear someone be like, that was 4 minutes. I thought it was 32.
That tells you how much Cole likes improvising with me.
Yeah,
Like,
I actually do. I think Rose actually did tell me and Val that story last episode, but in our pre-show meeting. So now it's a story that the whole world knows.
I'm glad she didn't step on my stories.
Well, and also that's why Cole Schlesinger will never be on this show.
He'll end it right away.
Just kidding. Cole is absolutely on my list of future guests to have. Boy, well, I mean, talk about absolute madness. You are as mischievous as you ever were. I felt just immediately playful with you, which I loved and wanted and was fully expecting. So I'm glad that, I feel like that Val, maybe you can tell me, we've done, I think this is our 17th episode. I think that is the most I was laughing consistently
Yes.
throughout a show. Just because, like I said at the top, you and I are friends. So like, I feel like there's also, for example, I know, and maybe the audience doesn't know this. I don't even think Val knows this, but John's pop culture knowledge is next to zero. So
we know this if we're Disney adult listeners.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, of course. If you're
Devin's
a listener
outed
of
me.
Disney adult, yes. You outed yourself. Well, yeah, Devin outed you too. But so, this is something I know about John. So making him, it's so funny. It's so funny that James Franco is who you pulled. And then it's so funny that you're like, I don't know what his problems are basically. And I was like, I don't think John does in real, like, and
no.
he's a bad guy or whatever, a predator. But
Okay.
you know, there could be worse people that you could have pulled, I think. But it was just that made me laugh so hard that that was where you went. And just anytime John is put in a pop culture kind of based situation, it's very funny to the audience, but it's even funnier, I think, to the people that know him, because we know that he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. That's like when he started naming U2 songs, I was like, I'm gonna be very curious to see if he names any actual U2 songs.
No, I was gonna say Coldplay, and I was like, that's just a band. That's not even a U2 song.
Yes. Oh my God.
That was by far the most conversational scene that you have ever had on the show. Like,
yes.
It was just two guys just chatting away. There was not one.
Like
there was not 1 second of silence, and I'm sure that's why it felt like it blew by, because it was just two people talking. You were so like in character immediately that like you didn't. There was not a second where you were like, how would this person answer this question? You just went.
And that's usually where I go in my head. I'm like, who am I again? What am I supposed to say? But I think the comfort, and I haven't done this in a long time, but the comfort of playing with you is like, I guess I kind of forgot I was improvising for a second, which is fun.
Yeah. I know that it did feel very much like that honestly did feel, it was I think heightened version, which of course is what improv is, but it was a heightened version of what a normal conversation between you and I would really be like.
When we do our weekly phone calls, it's kind of how it goes. Sorry, Cam. Yeah, we talk on the phone every week.
Well, Cam and I live in the same place, okay? So I see him.
True.
I have to call you because you don't live here. So John Randall, Rose Amer, come on down to LA. We're ready for you.
She's probably listening to that.
Good. I hope she hears it, because I mean it. And if you'll remember, on the previous episode, Rose made a hard, steadfast promise that she would be moving to LA eventually. So
did she?
It's set in stone. The Bono stuff was really fun because I felt like that was a way to I laughed so hard when I said name some U2 songs, because if you got any right, which I thought there was a chance you wouldn't, and you didn't, but if you got any right, then then I kind of screwed myself over. So I was laughing at like, oh, I set it up for one of us to be potentially screwed.
How do you know Dr. Love is in the Coldplay or U2 song?
To be fair, I don't, but I know that you don't know it is. So.
But could be an early track.
Yeah, it could be from Bono's early stuff. I know, like Derry's Circus or whatever he said. That's definitely not a real
sign behind you says that, I think.
Oh my God! He was reading the Stephen King's It poster.
Is that what that is? I thought it was a Dairy Queen variety show, like. Poster.
Oh no! No, that's the town. The town in a lot of Stephen King's novels is Derry.
Maine.
Yes, Maine, where John Randall is from.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he knows. But obviously, a lot of the stuff back here, all the Beach Boys stuff. Nia, former guest of the podcast, composer of the theme song, and my live-in roommate, Nia D'Amelio. This is all her shrine to the Beach Boys, of course. And this is Lindsay Lohan. This is something from her college. This is Stephen King. And then I like Batman, so I threw one thing.
I saw Lindsay Lohan in a movie the other night.
Wow. What movie? I would love to know.
Just Like Friends? Or it was Chris Pine, who I had never seen in my life. And I was like, that guy's very good looking. And Rose was like, that's Chris Pine. And I was like, haven't heard of him. And there are a lot of Chris's.
There are a lot of Chris's.
He's
Chris is not an original name.
Okay, well, with no last name, it's original. I think it was like they like, I forget the title of the movie. We just watched it. This is why I don't remember. But they swap luck. Oh, Just My Luck. Just My Luck.
Wow, never heard of it.
It's good. I've been on a rom-com kick, and I recommend it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you enjoy rom-coms, this is for anybody, every once in a while, one of the newest Trident Network podcasts, Pop Culture Period Piece, often delves into, I mean, it's period piece specific rom-coms, but there are often rom-coms discussed.
There
Oh,
are.
very cool.
There are indeed.
And that's the power of the Trident Network, baby.
You guys are
Bam, bam.
like the Avengers. It's just
That's
I
right.
know a lot of
Reference.
Trident plug throughout here. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not friends, we're family over here at the Trident
Right,
Network.
that's right.
is that
Just like-
is that the Marvel saying?
No, that's Fast and Furious.
Oh, okay.
As they're falling out of a airplane in a tank.
Yeah.
They say
We're friends, not family.
We're doing I Love Improv this week from a helicopter. We're all gonna jump out. We gotta jump out of cars from a 50-story building. Fast and Furious. Maybe that's a franchise, John, that you could get into. Fast.
I've seen a couple of those for sure. Like the original one. I think I was in the theaters when it came out.
Wow.
Whoa.
So you're an OG fast head.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Big people think I don't have pop culture knowledge, but the truth is, and I'll reveal it on this podcast first time ever, I have a lot of knowledge up until 2002. And then I petered off. Then I stopped listening. But up before then, I'll know.
As exampled by his Bono and James Franco references in this episode.
Exactly.
We touched on it a little bit very briefly, but you mentioned, your comfortability with me and that we have with each other, and that helped you feel better because you haven't done improv in a long time. When
March
was the last
13th,
time?
2020.
Wow.
9
So you didn't do any Zoom improv or anything? You
No.
didn't do anything?
No Zoom prov. I did one Zoom stand-up show and the audience was muted, and I left my camera on the wrong way. So when I got done, they were like, "We heard it, but we didn't see it."
Oh my God.
So that was my Zoom stand-up experience. No, I never did Zoom.
Listen,
prov.
as I've said many times before, I am technically inept, and that is a huge part of why, other than
You need Val.
she's my friend, but that is a huge part of why Val is a part of this show in the capacity that she is, as evidenced by our crash earlier. But if you think I am technology inept, John Randall is twice as bad, if not more.
IT, international technician. Maybe that is what it stands for. No,
I don't know. I've
independent.
internet tech. I don't know. What does
Probably.
IT
Actually,
stand
don't
for?
know.
A lot of good ones we don't know about. But yeah, it's been a while. I heard a good bit. It's not my bit, but someone else did the joke. It's like stand-up Zoom shows. It's like someone asked him, "Have you ever done a stand-up Zoom show?" And he's like, "Have I done a Zoom show?" Stand-up Zoom shows are like watching someone read the instruction manual to fireworks. You're like, yeah, that would have been really cool. That would have been.
It's definitely. How did it feel doing improv online for the first time then?
It felt great. Yeah, I did it. Well, I guess I did it last night with Devin Henderson, and that felt great
Little
too.
practice round, warming them up.
Essentially, it felt good though. Sweaty pits, but-
Oh yeah, we've talked about this on the show before, but I can't remember which episode. But I definitely love a show. After a show, if I'm sweaty, which I currently am, and I typically am actually after these, I feel good. It makes me feel like I was putting forth effort and having fun, because usually I feel like my level of fun that I'm having is shared with how active I am. And of course, I am a very sweaty person. So the more active I am, the sweatier I am. So I feel like after a show, if I'm sweaty, which I am damp in my crevices currently,
good.
Then I had fun, and I certainly had fun with you today.
Yeah, it was interesting not being able to. Now that I think about it, not being able to move my body, because I feel like when you and I usually improvise, there's a lot of touching. Very
physical. Yeah,
picking each other up
a lot.
I pick you up a lot. But it was a different type of improv talking. Like that's like Val said, it was more conversational than I'm used to. Maybe that's the new New York John. I'm convo prov.
New York John stands in one spot on the stage and
doesn't
talks.
I also think two-prov in general lends itself more to being conversational.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so true.
Like even if you
I
were
think
on
so.
stage, you wouldn't probably be quite as physical. I mean, you might be more than you were here, but
Yeah.
But you're right. It lends towards more grounded or more just talking heads kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. Especially two-prov in general, I agree, Val, but also two-prov online specifically,
Oh.
even more so, because
Absolutely.
we can't even, there's
Yeah.
no, we've done shows where we've done like stuff like this. Like I remember specifically the show or the episode with Rudy Mendoza. He beat me up, but we did it, we did it through the screen. So it's like, on stage, I think that comes across even better. And then also, like, if you're thinking about it, if you think about that scene specifically where Rudy's beating me up, it's one level to hear it on the podcast, and then it's another level to visually see it here in the Twitch medium. And then the peak of that would be if we were in the same room and I was actually, getting beat down on the stage by Rudy. And then I guess the true peak would be Rudy kicking my ass for real in real life. Which,
Right. That's where you pull it from.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I only improvise with people who have beaten me up in real life previously. That's why John and I do so much improv together.
I've kicked your ass a few times.
Yeah, he kicks my ass all
Ass,
the time.
I swore again.
Ass, crap, shit. The John Randall.
The three. I'm in New York now. I'm a
Triumvirate.
little dirtier,
Oh, a little dirty boy in New York. All right. Well, we're approaching the top of the hour here. For those of us who are live, of course, if you're listening on a podcast form, then who knows what time it is? Who knows where you are? What's happening in your life? But I hope everything's going well. And also, thank you for listening to this. Of course, thank you to our viewers for tuning in. John, you said you were going to think of some plugs.
Yeah.
Got anything to plug on behalf of yourself?
I got a podcast.
Ooh.
This is not true. This is a joke.
Well, you can
tell.
decide for yourself if it's
Okay.
true. Where I break into people. Okay, I break into podcasters' houses, right?
This isn't real. It's not
No,
real.
no,
This is a
just
fake
hey,
plug. I'm
listen.
listening. I'm listening.
And they're doing something, right? This could be you. You're taking a shower, you're sleeping, whatever, and you come out of the bedroom and all the podcast gear is set up. And I go, why don't you have a seat? And it's called To Catch a Podcaster.
Oh my
And that's my new podcast.
Oh, okay. You got me.
God.
That was good.
Ugh.
John doesn't really have a social media presence, so you can't follow.
You can I was used to be on go to io.com. You can look at my headshot.
I know that.
No, it changed. It's the website's down now. You can't even see your headshot.
Ugh,
Also, no
that's-
one actually remembers what the actual handle was, which is my favorite like ongoing thing that happens every time someone does a bit about the IO website. They always get the IO website wrong.
What was the
Every
name of the
single-
website?
It was ioimprov.com, but people say io.com, people say iochicago.com, people say like
Oh,
any number of other things, but they never get it right.
And now it's down, so I can't even.
Now it's
We'll
down,
never
so-
know.
Yeah, so you won't even. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? You'll never be
Who
able to
knows?
find out.
Val, any final thoughts from you, Trident or otherwise?
Well, actually, John made me think of it. John, were you doing Potluck Springs with Devin?
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, last
So
night.
there's going to be a new podcast. It's not out yet, but there's going to be a new podcast by Devin Henderson called Potluck Springs. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be very silly, and obviously, great people are a part of it as well. So
Yes, a lot of the My Son Daniel people, which John is a part of, and Devin discussed on his episode of the podcast.
Of course he did.
Did indeed.
How many podcasts does Devin have?
How many podcasts? Just the
Now?
one. 32,
two?
right?
Oh, that's it.
Well,
okay.
if you count the time where he put out an episode a day for an entire month, that counts as like 47 podcasts.
Crazy.
He's just
he's a
going to turn
madman.
into a podcast.
Yeah.
Devin, why don't you have a seat?
Yes.
Go to the tridentnetwork.com for more information on all things Trident, other
Mhm.
shows. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, the Trident Network streams live on twitch.tv/the Trident Network Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. So tune in for that. Subscribe if you would like to have access to the Party Dolphin emotes. Val, maybe throw a couple more Party Dolphin emotes. And one more time, Wednesday, April 27th, 7 p.m., the Yard Theater, YARD, the Yard, here in Los Angeles, California. The return of Cam and Trent's family reunion. Cam and I will be improvising and, of course, hosting. We will also have a stand-up from Nori Reed, characters from Elizabeth Andrews and Steve Hahn, who
Wow.
might have been someone's teacher at one point. And improv from Joe Scott and Jeff Murdoch, who are two of my favorite Chicago improvisers who now live in LA, much to my benefit. Wow, seems like LA is pretty cool, John. Maybe you and Rose should move out.
Oh, don't. Don't start.
Rose, if you're listening, come on down. That's it. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks to everyone who stuck with us through our technical difficulties.
Yes.
If you are listening to this on a podcast, excited to hear what I did with it in the editing booth. Who knows what stayed and what had to get lost. Val, thank you as always. Johnny, Randy, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Finally, remember, as always, I love improv.